Coach, you got pads on at this point. You're doing some of those type of things and taking the progress of campus. What do you see in the first 3 days now as you get ready to move on and keep ramping it up anyway?
I think, the first 2 days of helmets, you're just fundamentals and technique, and then that first day of shells, that's the first time we put pads on since April. So to be able to put the pads back on and the physicality, and the toughness, day one. So then now we're on day 4 where we're getting that second day. So we're wanting to see a big jump and a huge development right there. And that next day is now we're starting to get a little bit of situational going on. So, just taking the proper steps of really where we've got to be at. But today, I want to see some physicality. I want to see some toughness. I want to see us take that next step, in some third down red zone situations. So really excited about today to see where we're at.
I know as you continue on, just how much right now this surely is all about you're still installing, still building, still doing those things. Just how much more of that progress, where do you feel like you are and where you want to be at this point?
Defensively getting those last 3 games in and getting through a spring and a summer, I really like where we're going defensively. Obviously tackling is something when you haven't had the pads on for months is something that you got to really stress every day. Offensively, we're still in year 1 of this offense in this phase and just really getting comfortable and playing fast and where we're not thinking at all and we're just playing, and you're starting to see that happen. But really, I just want to see our effort today and our intensity and how we're going to try to finish this day.
Today had a chance to talk to your kickers and kind of get to know their competition. Max, of course, back from a couple years ago after sitting out last year, there's injuries, and then to bring Abram in too, and a Louisiana guy at that. How important was it to address kicking depth this offseason and what they bring to the table? Obviously,
our kicking situation was something I've never been through in my entire career, because you look up and you don't have a kicker. So bringing in Abram and having Max back and then Gavin Polk, we've got 3 great kickers. They've all got different skill sets in a little bit. They've got strong legs. We've got some experience, with Abram and Max. And then you've got a young kid in Gavin Polk who I think is going to be a stud. I really do, man. It just takes time, that growth and development. We're putting a lot of pressure on them. And we've got a great competition going on right there. They're a great room. They all get along and support each other. So anyway, I like where it's at. And of course, you got Mac back, as our punter. So Mac obviously brings a lot of liveness to the crew, but we've got a great competition. It's obviously from going none to having a great competition is a good feeling.
I want to ask you about 2 groups, your running backs, your defensive line, 2 spots where there wasn't a lot of experience coming back. How have you seen them progress particularly so far?
Helmets, you just can't really tell. You can tell by alignment and assignment, but the first day of shells, you get just a glimpse. Now today, that's what I want to see. I want to see what backs are going to start to enforce their will, what defensive linemen are we going to be able to count on consistently, and also O-line, we've got competition on the O-line tight end position. So that's where days like today you get excited about, because you get to see what we're about.
Abram, get a chance to come back close to home here this season. Just when you went in the portal and went through the process, just what is it about ULM that stood out?
ULM means everything to me. Coming home, back to Louisiana, being back in the state, close to my family. A lot of friends will be able to come to my games, support me. That's all it is about.
What was the experience the last couple of years? I know getting to go kick for Cal,
yeah, for sure,
and do all that cross-country travel, the ACC and all that fun stuff. Just what was that experience like?
It was fun, got a good opportunity to play, get some reps up, follow the coach. That staff got fired, everybody cleaned house, so it happens. It's college football nowadays, but it was a great experience getting to travel, go play big stadiums, Louisville, Virginia Tech. It was fun.
Come here in a spot where last year kicking depth was an issue.
Yeah.
This year you can tell just through the process that was certainly addressed in recruiting. But what's the competition process been like, and just does it kind of help you get ready for this?
Yeah, it's just about getting better, really. Whoever's fit for week 1 is going to play, and that's really what it's about, just doing the same thing, being consistent every day.
When you're in competition, but you're on the same team, how do you go about, walking that line?
Yeah.
You're still teammates, but you're also wanting to be the guy out there too.
You can't really think too much into it, honestly. At the end of the day, the guy will be the guy, and, the next person's always up. So really just being friends, finding a way to compete and be healthy at the same time, it's big. So.
How excited are friends and family that you're back? It's a lot easier to get to the game.
They're very excited, asking for mini tickets, so yeah.
Good to be back and being able to be out here and practicing. Just take me through last year. Just how difficult was it for you to go through all that and just and have to sit out the year?
Well, honestly, just being injured definitely took a toll mentally. Re-tearing it twice for a total of 3 tears was definitely brutal. I was out for a while, but I was able to keep a good peace of mind and help out the other guys who were kicking and stuff. I was able to be a part of the team, helping coach and help technique and stuff like that. So I was able to work through not physically being on the field and learning my role as a player on the team in a different way.
Did it give you any thoughts about a future in coaching, working with those guys?
It's definitely a thought. I go home and I train with a lot of my coaches and I help out a lot of guys there. So it's been a thought in the back of my mind, but the goal is to be on the field as long as I possibly can before I think about something like that.
Obviously, there's some depth at your position this year too. With a couple other guys brought in. Just what's it like working with those guys and just kind of a little bit of competition going on too?
It's been good. It's helping me, stay being the best version of myself, and I hope in turn it's bringing out the best version of me, and I'm hoping that I'm bringing out the best version of them, and it's a healthy competition because we got a lot of great guys in the room, and it's been a pleasure working with everybody that has been on the field.
Obviously, be part of this group, be back for a 3rd year. Just what's the feel with this team overall as far as maybe a chip on the shoulder, a drive to go take that next step?
Well, last year we were 3-1, didn't finish out. The year before that, when I was playing, we were 5-1 and didn't finish out. We definitely got something to prove this year coming back. I think everybody knows it and feels it, the coaching staff included. Everybody's been talking about it, and we're excited to prove a lot of people wrong this year because they got us low again, and we got something to prove for sure.